I can't believe finals is right around the corner. We've just had round 19. We've just had the Bombers lose to the Crows on Friday night, 113 to 115 in a close game of football. I thought the Crows turned it on in that second quarter. It was very impressive. The Bombers fought back well in that second half. The Bombers coughed this game up. It was their game to win. I thought some crucial moments went begging for the Bombers. When they had that centre clearance, when Zach Merritt come out of the centre square and charge forward after the Josh Rochelle goal late in the game, I thought the Bombers are on here. They're going to pinch this one late. But not to be. And the Crows hold on in a very close game of football. So the Bombers really need a win, these last few games in their season to really hang in the 8 because it is quite congested. On Saturday, the Giants beat the Suns. The Giants finishing their season well. The Suns, on the other hand, their away drought continues. And look, it keeps on haunting not only the team but the fans as well. The Saints beat the Eagles 113 to 41. A solid win by the Saints for Bradley Hill's 250th. The Hawks beat the Pies really well in wet conditions, 133 to 67. I thought it was great football by the Hawks. The Pies are now in 13th spot with 36 points. Do they make the 8 the reigning premiers? Let me know in the comments. It's going to be extremely tough from here onwards for the Pies to make the 8. They still are a chance. I'm not ruling them out, but it's going to be really tough, that's for sure. Jack Ginnivan against his old side, 2 goals, 31 disposals, and a bunch of celebrations, which we love from Guinea. Against his old side, he was absolutely loving it. I thought it was the game of his season, perhaps close to the game of his career. And although I didn't think it was just him who won this game for the Hawks, it was just how he kind of went into a different role. He wasn't just that small forward. He was helping out in the midfield, being that ball magnet. So I'd personally say the game of his season, and maybe it's a bit of a stretch to say the game of his career, but he was really good out there. The Cats lost to the Dogs at the Cattery, 48 to 95. Rory Lobb down back. Well, that worked, didn't it, for Luke Beveridge's side? It was fantastic. Buku Karmas as well, I thought, had a brilliant game. The Cats still need to fight. They're just hanging in the 8. They potentially could drop out of it nearing the end of the season, so keep an eye on that. The Dogs pushing their way up on the ladder, just sniffing the bottom of the 8 there. They're in 9th spot. Port Adelaide beat the Tigers 116 to 75. I think we all expected this. It was a great closeout win by Port Adelaide, but I was impressed that the Tigers kept up for 3 quarters. It was just that 4th quarter where it was all the power. On Sunday, the Lions beat the Swans 79 to 77 in a thriller at the Gabba. That last quarter, in particular, that last 5 minutes, that was brilliant footy. And it's games like this, and it's quarters like that in football, which make me say, you gotta love footy. We saw 2 talented sides have just a brilliant contest, end-to-end football. All the talent was there. Everyone got a piece of the football. They went forward with an attacking mindset, not only the Lions, but the Swans as well. It was a great finish, and it was a great game of football. And the Lions just hold on. And although Lachie Neale didn't have a huge involvement in this game, we saw players like Dane Zorko, Hugh McCluggage, and a few others really step up for this Lions side and get them over the line. The Fremantle Dockers beat the Demons 116 to 66. Brayshaw and the Sarong show for this game. It's as simple as that. I thought they had a brilliant game. They were absolute rocks for their team and a strong win at home for Freo. The Blues beat the Roos 107 to 88. The Roos were very impressive. I was so proud of them out there to put up a contest, to be leading in this game multiple times against the Blues. And the Blues held the Roos off in that last 10 minutes. A few controversial calls, but we move on. That's football. But they have to be better, the Blues, closing out games of football. Because in that last 5 minutes or so, they gave North Melbourne a heap of opportunities to come back into this game and potentially win it. So they got to be more convincing for me, not only ending their home and away season, but going into finals as well. And a big blow for the Blues as Tom De Koning is out for the remainder of the home and away regular season due to a foot injury. So wishing Tom all the best with his recovery, and hopefully he's back in time for the finals. Also, just quickly wanted to mention, wishing Tom Papley a speedy recovery. He's got an ankle injury which has seen him out for about 4 to 6 weeks. That means pretty much his home and away season is probably over, and hopefully he can be fit and ready to go for finals. It's time for Isaac's GMP of the round, and it goes, my goal, to a great forward in our game of footy, a small forward who's just a great player. Toby Green, better than Willy Wonka at selling candy. He was just brilliant out there. It was brilliant stuff. Not only the tricks and the selling of the candy in this play, but the composure and class, and just a brilliant footballer that Toby Green is in a nutshell in this play. I thought it was a great goal, and he absolutely loved it out there, and what was a very nice win for the Giants, who are finishing their season off really well. My mark of the round goes to a bomber, and it goes to Nate Caddy. Great hang time on Friday night. Classic grab, knee in the back of the head of Luke Nankervis. I don't think he would have liked that. He got absolutely sat on out there. He's a star on the rise, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Nate Caddy cement himself into this Bombers side and be a leader for this team and a future star in the upcoming seasons. My player of the round, I had a few to choose from, and it was a tough decision, but he really stood out to me on Friday night. It is Ben Keays. 5 goals, 22 disposals, 2 marks, 8 tackles, 5 clearances, 6 inside 50s, 544 metres gained, 12 score involvements. He was a leader out there. With the absence of Tex Walker, Ben Keays was the go-to guy. He was the man who led the charge for this Crows side, and when it didn't look possible, when they were down by a couple goals, you know, when the Bombers started to gain a bit of momentum, bit of control, he was the guy to put his foot down and keep his team in it. And eventually, with that winning goal by Josh Shelley, who started that? It was Ben Keays. Got the clearance, got it inside 50, just got it forward, and was that, leader who pushed this team to the very end and got them over the line. Well done, Ben Keays, on what was a very nice win and a very nice close game of football. Round 20, Blues, Port Adelaide. Friday night, I've got the Blues by 8 points, and I know Tom De Koning's out, but I still think the Blues can scrape their way over the line. I want to see them being convincing, but I think Port Adelaide are going to put up a fight, hence why my close margin. As always, you got to love footy. If you like that recap, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts on the previous round, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for more of my content, make sure to follow my Facebook page and also my Instagram page. Plenty of more sports updates on there.